Kayshawn Aitcheson, my defenseman of the year. Thank you, Brandon. Coming through, clutch in the clouds. Attaboy, BC. Kayshawn Aitcheson is my defenseman of the year. 63 points in 48 games, plus 42. 73 PIM. He's by far the best defenseman in the league. He's been dominating at times. Like I said, every goal he scores is the biggest goal of his life. That's the negative about him. I don't like that too much, but honestly, the year he's had, you gotta tip your cap to him. He's been incredible for the Barrie Colts, and I mean, the guy's a force. The guy's got 63 points in 48 games as a defenseman. I've never saw this before, and he's already demolished Brant Clark's record, and Brant Clark, we saw how good he was in his last season. So I'm saying Kayshawn Aitcheson, my pick for defenseman of the year.
He's definitely up there for me, for
sure.
Right now, yeah, right. My choice right now, I really like Chase Reid from the Sioux Greyhounds. It's his second year in the league. He was a point per game guy, or over a guy, I should say. In his first year, he's done that. Or he's going to be doing that here again in his second season. Big fan of Michigan hockey players, as a lot of people know. The Chase Reid from Chesterfield, again, another guy that missed time because of the juniors. So
he's been out for
I mean, I really like him. Sault Ste. Marie, yes, they have a stud goaltender now. Yes, they've got a loaded lineup, but I think Chase Reid has played a way bigger role than I thought he would. Now, I knew he was going to be good, but I think he's really stepped up to the point that he's put himself in the elite for defensemen in the Ontario Hockey League. And I know maybe there's some admissions point-wise. Carson Woodall's got 60 points. Harper's got 53. Cristoforo's got 51. Juracek's got 49. Cameron Reid has 49. But I think when you look at the blue lines for a lot of those clubs, there's one person that stands out as probably the best one on their team, and it's not close, and I think that's Chase Reid. So that's who I'm going with. Goaltender of the year, Colin. Who do you have as your favorite?
Show guest. Shout out to last week's guest,
Not a
Joey
big
Costanzo.
deal.
Joey Costanzo. He's going to be on the bus right now. He's going to be listening to this. Joey Costanzo is my goaltender of the year, and I think it's not even close. I think he rides out in the sunset. At the end of the day, you watch a Spitfires game, and when you see Windsor, whenever they get on their heels, Joey Costanzo all the time. And shout out to Michael Newlove as well, the Red Blob, as Joey said last week. How good he was in that game. Yeah, how good he was in that game against the Barrie Colts on Saturday night. Like, their goaltending has been incredible, and I think Joey Costanzo is the most deserving of this award, and I don't think it's even close in the OHL. I think that it's the most easiest award to give anything to this year, and it's Joey Costanzo. In that, I think that Overager, what he's done, I think he's the OA of the year, and I think he's goalie of the year. Without a doubt, what he's done is incredible for the Windsor Spitfires. His career in last week's conversation was incredible to have with him. When he talked about when he first came into the Ontario Hockey League in a terrible spot with the Niagara Ice Dogs, and he goes to Windsor and he found life in his career. Like, he got energy out of his career, and it's amazing what can happen when you get out of a certain spot to go to a spot, and it's a change of scenery year this year, and he's the perfect example of what he's done in Windsor, how hot he's gotten in the Spitfires net. Joey Costanzo, goaltender of the year for me, and I don't think it's even close.
Yeah, for people watching us on YouTube, let us know who you think. The list is up there on our screen. That was posted from the OHL. Costanzo is part of that. Ryder Fedorov, Carter George, Ben Horebic, Ryerson Leanders, Easton Rye, Mason Vaccari. Easton Rye has a huge chance to win this award. For me, I'm going with Mason Vaccari, going to the Flint Firebirds. Again, a team that I didn't want to say that I knew they'd have a shot to be home ice favorites in round one. To be competing for the division, I thought Windsor was going to run away with it, and Joey Costanzo was going to be a big part of that, of course. But I think when you look at Mason Vaccari and what he's done year over year, and now you get to this year and you're like, holy crap, wow. We saw in 22-23, got into 29 games played, was 11-14. Not awesome, but for your first year in the league, that's actually pretty decent record. And then 59 games in 23-24. He was an even 27-27 with a couple of with a few overtime losses thrown in there. Gets reduced down to 25 last year. 11-4-4, 886 goals against or save percentage. And then you go to this year where he gets moved to the Flint Firebirds, and he's sort of looking to have his ride off in the sunset be awesome. And I think you were just waiting for it. And the games played will be down this year. Obviously, he's going to be their guy going into the playoffs. No kidding. After 59 a couple of years ago, I'm with you on that.
That's why they got
but absolutely, yeah. This is his first year being under 3 in goals against average. He's at 266. He's won 32 games. He's only lost 8 in regulation. He's at 910 in the save percentage, which is the first time he's over 900 in that category. I think when you look at what the Flint Firebirds have done as a team and what he's personally done year over year, I think Vaccari's an easy choice for this one. Costanzo up there as well. Easton Rye. I think those are your 3 guys that are your finalists. But that's kind of my case for Mason Vaccari right now. If they win the division, I'm curious if that helps his polling or his percentage to win. But yeah, that's a great list. I mean, that's a great list that the OHL put out. It's going to be really hard. You've got a 17-year-old in Fedorov, the way he's played. I'm glad we don't have to make that decision for sure. Yeah, exactly. There it is again on your screen. Carter George, he was a World Junior guy. Ben Hrebeck. Obviously, Emil Hemming coming back has a lot to do with what Barrie decided to do at the deadline. But if not for Ben Hrebeck, they don't really have a goaltender this year that could lead them to a division title and winning. So you look at it from that standpoint. Sorry, go ahead, Wardy.
Yeah, and I don't think George and Hrebeck are probably in that tier after, you would say. Like, I would say Costanzo, Rye, Vaccari, Fedorov, George, Hrebeck. Oh, they're all tough. And Leanders splits games with Egeroff. Like, that's what I don't know. Like, and I honestly, everyone knows my opinion on David Egeroff. I think he should be a number 1 goaltender in the OHL. But yeah, I don't know. This is it's a tough one. The goaltending race, all these teams are in position because of their goaltending too, right? Like, they've all had a huge part. You want to win a championship, you got to have your goaltending be top notch, and that's why I think this is crazy. Like, I mean, look how much Carter George went for. I was talking to someone, and it's probably I remember when Steve Mason got traded, how big of a trade that was. You never see goalies get traded for a lot, so it was cool to see Carter George go. And hey, goalies win championships, not biased from the Goaltending Federation Academy.